Welcome to my financial life, and today I'm going to show you my personal plan of asset building over time. First, I'm going to show you what I did the last couple of years, and I will show you that I started with zero money. I was a student, a broke student, and I made several steps gradually to increase my own wealth. And then after that, I will show you what happens in 5, 10, 50, or 20 years. Let's start. And before I start becoming a millionaire, it is definitely possible. It's not my goal. I don't need a Porsche. I don't want the biggest villa there is. What I do want is to have like a financial safe life. So if something goes wrong, we're still able to pay our house and food. And what I would like to do is to show my kids the world, have some really nice trips to learn from other cultures, and also, if it's possible, I would like to pay a part of their study so that they don't feel that much pressure and have time to have a good life around their like 20 years old period. First, what I did the past 7 years, and I built it quite gradually because I got finished from my study in 2018 and I had zero money. So me and my wife said, let's save money for 3 years. We had around $70,000, and then we bought our house. And the house was not finished. We had to invest a lot of money to make it more comfortable, but also because I live in Europe, it could be very cold. Um, we need to make some improvements in duurzaamheid, reliability. That means that after 2 years of investing, we bought the house for 305,000 euros. It's worth dollars. It's worth $621 at the current time. And after 2 years of investing in our own house, we were done. So we had more money over to invest in new things like stock market or crypto, or as my wife always likes to do, to just save money. That's not my way of creating assets, but that's her way. After 2 years of investing, it's more than $46,000, and that makes that in 7 years, from broke student to buying a house, in owning almost more than $713,000. Investments, saving, the price of my current house. Um, and now we are going to look to several scenarios. It's the 5 year plan, the 10-year plan, the 15 and the 20-year plan. These are the criteria in the calculation. My startup capital invested is 39,000 euros, that's $46,000. Every month I pay 1,100 euros, that's almost $1,300. Every year I increase my own investments, my own money, with 8%. The annual returns are 8%. And the taxes are already calculated in the calculation. So yes, and this is all defensive. Why? I invest way more, but I didn't calculate my 13th month of income, my holiday money, and I also work 5 or 6 times a year, an entire weekend at a festival, and that also brings me like $3, $4, $5,000, and I also reinvest that, of course, first in my house and upcoming years in the stock market. This is the 5 year plan. This is still euros, but I will pronounce the dollars also. After 5 years, um, my invested money will be $172,000. And then it's good to understand that the red line is my own money I invest, and the blue line, the difference in the red and the blue, is the profit. This is the end capital. This is my own invested money. After 10 years, it is $360,000. Again, this is euros, but in dollars, it's $360,000. In the 15 year, it's $760,000. And this is where you see that the blue line is definitely going faster away from the red line. That's what you want. And then also we have the 20-year plan. That's not my plan, but it is doable. It would be like $1,400,000. And now let's see, because if we do these calculations, the 5, the 10, and the 15 year, also with my house and savings, then that will show you the amount of money that's probably there in 5, 10, or 15 years. And again, I started with nothing. I bought a house, and from this I invest and save money. It's important to know that in the calculation, I will not increase house prices. Why? If my house will increase 25%, that means that if I buy a new house, that would also be 25% more expensive. So basically, it will be the same, and it's really hard to predict the house price. And then it's good to understand that I didn't count my holiday pay 13th month, and that my housing costs over here, they will be very stable. They won't grow over the next 17 years, but my income from salary will definitely grow over the years because I just finished my master in education and behavior. um, yes, just looking very good for me personally. um, but it's good to understand that my money from that I have to invest in my house, that will be the same, and my salary will grow. So again, this is the 7 years, and this will be 5 years later. Later, at this current time, it's $46,000 invested. Well, you see the difference over 5 years. It's 172. That makes a total of $910,000. That's over 5 years. Over 10 years, it's going very fast at this point. You could see that my total assets are worth $1,115,000. This scenario is very doable, I think, because me and my wife have the plan to buy a new house when our kids are going from elementary school to high school. My youngest kid still has to start, so that means that at my current house, we will live here for another 11 or 12 years. So this is very doable. And again, this is very defensive. Basically, if we keep going like this, it will be more. Also, if you increase your housing price, of course. And then the 15-year scenario would mean that we would own $1,600,000. I also showed you the 20-year plan, but as I said, we want to buy a new house over time. We want to go on holiday. I want to pay their study, well, a part of their study. So I think 15 years is enough. And then it's time to spend the money, of course, because I don't want to die with a lot of money. um, this is my plan. It's realistic. It comes down to be strong, be motivated, and yeah, to sometimes just look back at these numbers and have a goal to work on. And then over time we will see. During my journey, my investing journey, my asset building journey, I will keep making movies. And I do understand that if you live in another country, in another part of the world, that these numbers maybe say nothing to you. It's not that much money, or they are a lot of money. Basically, the thing I just did, from study, saving money, buying a house, being financial well, like having some savings backhand, and then reinvest everything you have over. I think this strategy is for a lot of people doable. Maybe the numbers will change from country or part of the world where you live. I'm really curious how you work on your asset building. Um, if you like mine, let me know. If you have a better plan, also let me know. If you have tips from me, then please leave a comment behind. Thanks for watching.